Panoy to head the delegation of the DOTR. Knowing that, and with consistent with the tradition of the House, na dapat head of agency or the very least, USIC ang pumunta dito to defend the budget of the agency. Noting the inconsistency doon sa letter, ako na mismo ang nag-advise sa kanilang umaga na wag na kayong pumunta dito dahil ganon din kung wala si Yusek Zulaika Lopez. And then I have the assurance of the Vice President na she will attend by next week. So, 3 araw lang ang meron tayo next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Therefore, since meron silang hearing sa Senado on Monday, Tuesday ang napili nila. So, ganun po ang istorya. That's why, for the record, the invitation to attend the budget hearing of the Office of the Vice President was addressed to the Honorable Vice President Sara Duterte with attention to Undersecretary Zulaika Lopez, Chief of Staff, respectfully inviting the Vice President or her duly authorized representative and the senior officials of the OVP. And after this, before 12 o'clock, I was assured that the Vice President will be present herself on Tuesday. So, knowing that, if there's any question on the floor, I'm willing to answer.
Mr. Chair, we in the minority set to extend to the Office of the Vice President our tradition to give parliamentary courtesy to the office. But due to the technicalities, as explained by the chair, I move that the committee defer consideration of the budget of the Office of the Vice President until Tuesday.
There's a second?
So move, Mr.
It
Speaker.
has been moved and seconded that the hearing for the Office of the Vice President be moved on next week, Tuesday at the very least.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, just a manifestation before we...
Manifestation, Mr. Chair.
Okay na?
Jack-in po kayo kung sino pwede.
Just a manifestation.
Okay,
I support
to the elderly. Congressman Ong,
Thank you,
recognized.
Mr. Chair. Special discount for senior citizens.
Correct.
Mr. Chair, I appreciate and support the statement from the minority that they are willing to accord the parliamentary courtesy due to co-equal branch of government. This practice has been practiced since time immemorial here in this Congress, and this originated from the British Parliament, which was adopted even to the colonies of the British Islands that time. So I support and I thank the statement from the minority. So next week, I hope that we will be granting the same parliamentary courtesy to the Office of the Vice President, the second highest position of the government.
Duly noted.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Daghan salamat.
Mr. Chair.
Representative Tenyo, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, una po, with due respect to my fellow member of the minority, hindi po buong minorya ang sumasang-ayon dun sa pag-extend ng parliamentary courtesy, whether sa Office of the President or sa Office of the Vice President. During the hearing of briefing for the budget of the Office of the President, inilinaw po natin yon, di ba? Na lalo pa ngayon, hindi po panahon para sa parliamentary courtesy. No, Pangulo mismo sabi niya, mahiya naman kayo, o dapat mahiya lahat ng nasa gobyerno kasama ang presidente at ang vice presidente. Ibig sabihin, kailangan handa po lahat na busisiin ang budget, handa lahat na ipagtanggol ang budget kung humaharap sa Kongreso. So yun po yung unang punto. Pangalawang punto, nais ko lang pong magpahayag ng lubos na pagkadismaya pa rin. No? Kaya naman po nagkaroon tayo ng pag-defer dito dahil sa ang dadalo dito, hindi na nga yung Vice President, no? Pero ang minimum natin for Office of the President and Office of the Vice President, yung Chief of Staff, di ba? So in the case of the President, yung ang nandito ay ang Executive Secretary. So in the past, no, ang nagpunta rito yung mga Chief of Staff kung hindi pwede yung Vice President mismo. Pero sa sulat nila, ano po ba, ASEC po ba ang papupuntahin? An ASEC for budget. So again, sabi ko nga, nagpapahayag ang kinatawang ito ng lubos na pagkadismaya na hindi pa rin nagbabago ang Vice Presidente sa labas, no, sa media, panayang pahayag na handa siyang ipagtanggol ang kanyang budget at wala siyang tinatago, no, at handang humarap sa proper venue. Sa kaso po ng budget proposal for 2026, wala pong ibang proper venue kung hindi ang committee ito. No? Kaya again, lubos na pagkadismaya at sinabi ng ating Vice Chair na magpapakita raw ang Vice Presidente mismo sa Tuesday. Na? Well, para sa akin, to see is to believe. No? So, hintayin natin yan.
Mr. Chair.
Maraming salamat. Noted yung mga manifestation mo, Congressman Tinio.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
when I said the minority, what I mean is the majority of the minority. We
Okay.
respect the fact that kahit sa
Jolly
gubat,
noted.
we respect the fact na kahit sa gubat may gwapo.
Jolly noted
Thank you,
po. Jolly
Mr.
noted.
Chair, just last manifestation from the independent
Pagbigyan natin ng
majority, not rationally, why we do give this parliamentary courtesy to a co-equal branch of why. The reason is we give parliamentary courtesy as a co-equal because we give respect to a co-equal or a higher position of government. Kumbaga sa layman's interpretation, it is really, I would say, awkward for a member of Congress to question a higher officer directly. Pero pagdating doon sa floor, pwede because question will be congressman to congressman. That's really the rationale on here. But there were instances when the higher official or the co-equal official, like the Vice President, waived his or her parliamentary, I would say, parliamentary courtesy or parliamentary privilege. There were occasions in the past when the former vice presidents would say, thank you for giving me this parliamentary courtesy, but I will accept questions and I will answer the questions. Yun yung mga nangyari kaya nagkakaroon ng mga questions noong araw. This is just to share my experience, especially for the new congressmen who is just about to grasp what parliamentary courtesy is all about.
There is no
Chair?
substitute for experience from the elderly.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, a short manifestation as well.
Yes, please,
Kung
go
maaari.
ahead.
Okay. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. Galing naman to sa Gen Z ng Kongreso. And siguro with all due respect as well to my colleagues no, in the House of Representatives. Una po, we take exception doon sa sinabi po na higher office ang President or Vice President. Sa pagtingin po namin, we are equally voted by the people. No? Tayo ay binigyan ng mandato to represent yung mga concerns nila, ng mga distrito natin, ng mga sektor natin. And sa sektor ng kabataan, ang pagtingin natin, no, we are living in exceptional times. And exceptional times, no, call for exceptional measures. Ibig sabihin po nito, sa oras na ito na tinatanong ng taong bayan kung paano ba talaga ginagamit ito ng budget. No, wala pong takas sa mata ng mga representante na hinalal para gawin po ang mga trabaho na ito. So similarly po, Mr. Chair, nagpapahayag din yung representation na ito ng dismaya no, doon sa naging development nito, no? And especially right now, hanggang ngayon, years prior pa, hindi pa rin nasasagot kung saan napupunta at nasaan ang confidential and intelligence funds ni Vice President Sara Duterte. So, and other than this, nandiyan, and ito, we're hoping na for Tuesday, no, maisagot saan po ba napupunta yung pondo